What's up guys, Andre here, and a few days ago we put out the call for questions on Twitter about Twilight Princess HD, and we'll be answering as many as we can in a video very soon. But we also got in a lot of questions about Amiibo, so I thought we'd show off how they work and what all they do in a quick video before our Q&A video. And you may learn some surprising things about them. At least I just learned something surprising that I didn't even know about. So, although you can't see it right now, on the gamepad in the lower left corner there is an Amiibo icon right now. So let's see what happens if I scan in the Wolf Link Amiibo. Because that logo now appears because I tied the Wolf Link Amiibo to one of my specific save files. So here we go, I'm going to scan in right now. And let's see what happens. It took us right into the save file I attached it to, so we didn't have to go through the file select screen or the screen where you choose a controller. It remembered all that and took us right into the game. It's honestly pretty pointless. It saves you maybe seconds, but it's still kind of cool. So, yeah, so that'll save you some time if you just want to hop right into the game. You can just scan your Amiibo, or your Wolf Link Amiibo from the title screen, and it'll take you right into the save file you attach it to. So in order to set that up, you just go to the file select screen and then choose the file you want, and then you can scan in the Wolf Link Amiibo at that point to choose which file you want it to pertain to. Alright, so with that out of the way, there's more to the Wolf Link Amiibo, which you may already know about, but we'll get to that in a moment. First of all, this is a beautiful early morning in Hyrule Field. Link's all ready to go, but he is low on arrows. See? Especially now, I'm just wasting them. So we are low on arrows. To rectify that, there's something you can do, and that is you can use the Link or Toon Link Amiibo to restock your arrow count. So in order to do that, you need to go to the collection/save screen, which is down on the D-pad, and you will see an Amiibo logo down there indicating you scan in the Amiibo now. Now, I should mention that Amiibo, you can't actually scan in the Amiibo until a few hours into the game. I don't remember exactly when the option appeared to me, because it doesn't tell you right away, but I think it appeared around the time of the first temple, so there you go. Alright, so I'm going to try scanning in the Link Amiibo right now. And on the gamepad, it says the arrows have been replenished. It gives like a little scroll and it says arrows have been replenished. So let's go ahead and go back into the field. And you can see our arrow count is fully restocked. So that is awesome. So I just used up a few arrows, but let's go back in the collection screen and see what happens if we try it again. So we'll scan in Link again. And it says this Amiibo has already been used today. So you can't use the same Amiibo to restock your inventory. However, if we use Toon Link, check out what happens. Arrows have been replenished. And you can see that is in fact the case. But we try to use Toon Link again, we get the exact same problem. As in it wouldn't let us use it again. Now, I did do a quick test, so I actually scanned in these Amiibo last night as well. And so it's been less than 24 hours since I did it last time. Which means that it actually resets at midnight and not, every 24 hours. So that's good to know. So it actually does you can use them again every day instead of every 24-hour period. Alright, next up is, we're low on hearts too. Luckily, that's where the Sheik and Zelda Amiibo come in. So if we go to the collection screen, we will scan in Zelda. And it says hearts have been replenished, you can even hear it there. And sure enough, we have full hearts, and the Sheik Amiibo does the exact same thing. We'll do it now just to be thorough here. Yep, hearts have been replenished, and then let's see if I try it again. The Amiibo's already been used for today. So I just burned through all 4 of my main Amiibo for you guys. So, not that I believe in using them anyway, but that's cheating, but if you need extra help, there you go. Okay, so that covers it for Link, Toon Link, Zelda, and Sheik, but there's still another Amiibo left, being Ganondorf. So let's go ahead and see what this guy does. So we scan him in. It says on the gamepad, do you want to double the damage you take? This effect will last until you quit the game or receive a game over. We'll go yes. And if we go back to the game here, you can see our hearts are now purple, indicating we're taking double damage. So basically, this doubles the difficulty of the game. So let's go ahead and go back into the collection screen real quick, because let's see what happens if we scan in this one again. And it says damage you take is already doubled. And that's all it does. So you can't disable it using the Amiibo again. Instead, you have to die or you quit the game. Alright, so let's go ahead and find an enemy real quick. And while we look for one, I should mention that the Ganondorf Amiibo isn't tied to the same 24-hour clock, so you can scan in as many times as you want to keep redoubling the amount of damage you take. There we go. Got this little archer here, and let's see what he does. Oops, I shouldn't block his shot, maybe. And we took half-hearted damage. Usually they do only a quarter damage. So I've actually been playing the game this way, because I've been playing on the normal mode, because I want to play the non-mirrored version of the world, but I want to make it as hard as hero mode. So I've been using Ganondorf to make that happen, and It actually has made the game a little bit, you know, not incredibly tough, but a bit tougher. I have died a few times here and there. So that is good for if you want an additional challenge, which is especially useful if you have the other amiibo, if you ever need a health restock or an arrow restock. Although I guess that is kind of going against the whole point of the Ganondorf amiibo, making the game tougher. Alright, now there's still one more thing we haven't shown off yet, and that's the other functionality of the Wolf Link amiibo. So let's go ahead and scan him in. And that unlocks a Cave of Shadows, which is basically a new type of challenge that you can go into. In order to unlock a new wallet that gives you a allow you to hold much more rupees. So we'll go ahead and choose a save file again. And it'll take us to the Cave of Shadows. So it pretty much exists as its own mode outside the game, but again, the wallet you get does tie into the save file you choose it for. And here you just go through floor by floor, attacking different groups of enemies, and I'm in double damage modes. These guys can actually rock me. They can wreck me pretty fast. And so we took it down, you know, we finished one floor, so we'll continue down to the next one, and it'll keep going like that for a few floors. But interestingly, you can't beat the entire thing at once. Instead, once you reach a certain point, which I'll show you in a second here, I'll probably just cut to the footage. In fact, I'll do it right now. Alright, hey guys, so once you reach a certain point, it straight up says to come back once it gets stronger. Now, interestingly, I'm already at the third temple in the game, and as I mentioned before, the functionality became unlocked around the first temple. So I'm not quite sure at what point I'll have to come back to explore even deeper into this cave. But once I know, I'll post in the Q&A, for instance, if I find out in time, or if not, maybe I'll mention it on Twitter. So there you guys go. That's a quick look at all the amiibo functionality in the game. Some kind of cool stuff here, some kind of pointless stuff like the file select, even though it is kind of cool that it exists, even if, again, it'll save you mere seconds at best. So, there you guys go. Thanks for watching. Of course, keep an eye on Game Explained for our upcoming Q&A and much more on Twilight Princess HD. Catch you later. Bye.